News just in, 2 of the 5 lions that escaped from the Kruger National Park have been found near the Lebombo border post with Mozambique. Rangers located and darted the lions after finding the remains of cattle that had been eaten by them on a farm in the area. The captured lions have been taken away by the KNP staff. Rangers and police, assisted by a helicopter, are still searching for the other 3 lions. They escaped from the Kruger National Park last night. All right, let's get more on that story. Let's get in touch with our reporter, Sibongile Mkani Mpolweni. Sibongile, a very good afternoon to you. We hear a second lion has been found. Can you confirm this to us?
So I must get home, take this clothes off.
Yes, good afternoon, Alicia. Yes, we can confirm that a second lion has been found. It was darted and has just been taken to the Kruger National Park right now. But to tell us more on all the process and what's going to happen next is Mr. Ike Pasha from the Park Sport. Mr. Pasha, good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon.
Second lion has been found. We now have 3 lions still on the loose. What's going to happen?
What is going to happen is that the search is still going to continue going on for the 3 remaining elusive lions. But it's also encouraging that our pilots say that they did get sight of it. The difficulty is that once they try and make a turn, then they disappear from sight. One of the considerations is to bring in a second chopper, but that's a call they're still going to make. But we are hopeful that by the end, just before darkness falls, we will hopefully have all animals in here. But if that is not the case, then we'll have to regroup and replan on what the next step is going to be.
You're saying that once darkness comes upon us, the search will stop?
It can't stop given that we have livestock inside the enclosure where they are. They are nocturnal animals. They're going to start calling out to each other. And hopefully the one that went across the road will reply to the brothers this side and come this side. But it's something that we're going to monitor as to what will happen once they've been noticed and once they become active. It's something else that we're going to sit and talk around it.
Earlier on, you told me about the nature of the lions and them hiding. Can you just tell us about that? The fact that they can't just immediately spot them from the sky?
They can't. As we look across, we can see that the bush is very thick. And the helicopter can fly only as low as it's got limited view of what's beneath the trees and the leaves. So what they do is they sense that there is something that is chasing them, and immediately they go underneath the bush, which makes it very difficult for the vet to take a shot at it, to try and tranquilize it, and also makes it difficult for the ground crew to come in because of the vegetation. But our guys have tried all they can. I've seen their scratches on their ankles and their hands. It's a difficult job, but it's got to be done.
Also, the nature of lions, they hunt in packs. What has happened to these lions? I understand, because there are also 5 males, there are no females. Just tell us.
The theory from one of our large mammal experts is that this possibly is a group of youngsters that were in a much bigger group, and the mature lions must have chased them away, or maybe that pride was taken over, and those animals that took over that pride chased them away, and they didn't find any place to go except here because they don't have any place to establish themselves. So that is the one theory.
Lastly, if it becomes dark, is the search continuing?
The search will have to continue. We have farm workers, we have people who are around us here. We do hope that there will be enough light, given that it's a full moon period, and that we'll have enough manpower to take over that. But our hope is that while we still have light, we will be able to locate the others.
And what could be the lion's state of mind at this stage with all the noise from the chopper and us around this area?
It is of panic, and one of my colleagues told me that they're hearing all this noise, they are panicking, and that's why they will hide and try and hide as much as they can and not call out to one another. So where they are now is that they are hiding, and we'll only hear them calling to each other once it's darkness, because that's their area, that's where they're much more comfortable. They can operate better at night, knowing that other animals can't be as sharp as they are.
Thank you. That was Park Sports spokesperson Mr. Ike Pasha just telling us what is the state of mind of these animals. He's saying that they are distressed, they are in panic mode, of course because of all the noise, and they can hear us where we are, and they are hiding. That is why it's taken them this long to get all of them. Even when they spot some of these lions, once the chopper turns, then they hide away beneath the trees, making it very difficult for the vets to dart them. But the search continues. He's saying that they are in talks. They might get a second chopper to try and speed up the process before darkness, because once it gets dark, then the lions are at an advantage point.
All right. And Sibongile, a very quick one before I let you go there. I mean, what about the community there? I'm sure they're very afraid that there's now 3 lions that are still out on the loose. What advice has been given to them about keeping safe if they do encounter the lions?
The community is very much worried and concerned, especially commuters who are taking buses and taxis, because where we are, Alicia, it's a bus stop. So taxis stop and people come here and wait for buses, and buses go on scheduled time. So they're saying they are very worried. There was a guy that we spoke to earlier. He said he was driving around here 1 a.m. and he spotted the 3 lions, and he was very scared. Even though he was in his car, he rushed to the Komati-Poti police station to report what he had seen. But police in this area are telling us that in 2015 there were 2 lions that had escaped from the Kruger National Park, and they ate about 58 cows in this area. And those lions are believed to have crossed to Mozambique because they were never found. So the community is very much worried.
All right. Thank you so much, Sibongile Mkani-Mpoleni, our reporter there joining us from the Kruger National Park. We have just established that 2 of the 5 lions have now since been recaptured, and we are waiting for more news on the rest of the 3 that is still on the loose.